video, we're going to introduce how to solve mixture applications. So let's try the next example. How much 5% apple juice must be mixed with 8% apple juice to produce 10 liters of a 6.8% apple juice? The basic way to solve such kind of problem would be setting up a table and then construct a linear system from this table. So let's start from the first step, which would be identifying variables for the equation. Because I want to know how much I need from 5% and how much I need from 8%. So I let x to represent the number of liters of 5% apple juice, which y would be the number of liters of 8%. So now we can move on to make a table. This table would be 3 by 4. That is 3 rows and 4 columns. So let's start from the first one. I use first one to represent any values related to 5% apple juice. The next one I'm going to use for 8% apple juice. And the last one would be 6.8% apple juice. So now let's talk about the row. This row, I'm going to use this row to represent the letters of each apple juice. The next one would be interesting. This will represent the letters of pure apple concentrate. Okay, now let's start to fill in. First one would be the number of letters of 5% apple juice, which should be x. The next one would be the number of letters of 8% apple juice, which should be y. And last one would be letters of 6.8% apple juice. From the question we know it would be 10. So I write 10 here. Next, for the pure apple concentrate, if we think about 5%, the pure apple concentrate would be 5% times x, which is 0.05x. Next, for 8%, it would be 8% times y, which would be 0.08y. And the last one is about 6.8%, so it will be 6.8% times 10. Then we're going to have 0.068 times 10. That is 0.68. After we finish the table, we can set up 2 equations. We use the first row to set up the first equation, which would be x plus y equals 10. The second row will provide the second equation, which would be 0.05x plus 0.08y equals 0.68. So finally, we only need to solve this linear system. To solve this one, the most easy way would be substitution. Let's label this one with E1, label this with E2. So from equation 1, we would be able to isolate x. X equals y 10 minus y. And then I plug the value for x into equation 2. 0.05 times 10 minus y plus 0.08y equals 0.68. The final step would be solving this linear equation. So let's distribute 0.05. 0.05 times 10 minus 0.05y plus 0.08y equals 0.68. Let me solve it here. Combine the like term and move the constant to the right-hand side. I'm going to have 0.03y equals 0.18. Divide by 0.03 on both sides, y equals 6. Once we get the value for y, we would be able to get the value for x, since x equals 10 minus y. So x equals 10 minus 6, which would be 4. This means we're going to need 4 liters from 5% apple juice, 6 liters from 8% apple juice, and we mix them together, we're going to have 10 liters of a 6.8% apple juice.